Dave Bautista. You guys know him well, probably as the wrestler, and now as Drax. But listen, my man Dave Bautista has been doing some great work. This guy has gone from Dave Bautista has gone from being a professional wrestler to getting into acting. It was a little rough at first, but man, the more this guy jumps into the profession, the better he's gotten. I would argue, and I think some people would agree, Dave Bautista is probably the greatest wrestler turned actor to date right now. Sorry, Rock. Sorry, John Cena. But my man has been putting in the work. You see the roles that he takes. He diversifies himself. He stretches. He becomes more vulnerable. He actually becomes way more believable. I mean, I really enjoyed him in that M. Night Shyamalan movie. I really enjoyed him in Dune Part 1 and Part 2. He's doing some really good work, you know. So now the question was, and as we know from volume 3 of Guardians of the Galaxy, he's done, right? Like that was it for his character Drax. He's already basically said, I'm good on this. And but now the question was asked, would he ever come back? Listen, there's a whole multiverse available. There's a lot of different things that could happen. Would he ever want to come back to Marvel? So he does talk about that in this interview. He says, when I said I was done, I was really just done with my journey as Drax. I still have a relationship with Marvel. I've seen Kevin Feige again, Lou Esposito, as recently as 2 weeks ago, and they know that I would be up for a role. I love the universe, the superhero universe. I love it. I'm a fan. So Marvel or DC, if they call, I would answer the phone. And if the role makes sense, I'd be all over it. I would just like the opportunity to do a bigger role, a different role, maybe a deeper role. I'd love to have the opportunity to play like an ominous villain in the superhero universe. I'm not done with it, but my journey as with Drax is over. I respect that. I respect that. Now, let me just say, I didn't like what they did with him as Drax. I thought that they wasted his character. And that's on James Gunn too. But the character, I already told y'all, I liked where he was going in the first volume 1, but volume 2, he got way too silly, and way too goofy. I didn't like that. And even volume 3, just he got a little better, but Drax is actually a good character, and if you know his story, it's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. So I think that was a missed opportunity for them, right? But I did want to bring up a couple potential Marvel roles. Now, here's the thing: if he goes to DC, I think the easiest role he could play, a guy that size, you got to be Bane. You have to play Bane. I thought he would have been a good Bane when even Tom Hardy, like if they listen, I know that was early in the career, but I'm just saying, when I look at Dave Bautista, I'm like, bro, you do kind of look like Bane, like he could do it, but anyway, um but I want to kind of go over a couple of potential Marvel roles that I think could potentially work for Dave Bautista, but I think it's also important to hear what he likes and what he doesn't like, to really find out what the best role would be for him. One thing that I know he had talked about when he was playing Drax was like, he don't want no more nipples, no more nipples. Like he don't want his nipples out there. I guess the makeup and all that stuff was chafing. I don't know, but he don't want no nipples showing and nothing like that. So okay, you know what I'm saying? Maybe my man gonna have to wear a shirt. Fine, and that's cool because to me, I don't like the idea of burdening actors as they get older to keep trying to stay in a ridiculous, crazy shape. Like it's too much pressure and it's not needed, right? Um, Now, what else did he say? So he also said he wanted something more dramatic. So we need a character that has a decent background or at least a good bit of role, drama behind them. He doesn't want it to be a silly character. Okay, so it's got to be a serious character. And what else did he say? Oh, he said something else here. Um, when it came to Drax, he said, it wasn't all pleasant. It was hard playing that role. The makeup process was beating me down, and I just don't know if I want Drax to be my legacy. It's a silly performance. See, there you go. And I want to do more dramatic stuff. And he also shared pretty much what I was saying here. I really wish that they would have invested more in Drax because I think Drax has a story to tell. I think Drax has a really interesting backstory, which they dropped the ball on. Could not agree more. So I got a couple characters here that I think would be perfect for him. Let me pull this up so y'all can see a couple of them. So I don't know if he would want to do this or not, because this would probably take some makeup, but man, would he have the size and ability to do it. I think that if he again, we're thinking not silly, right? Um, More dramatic, and he wants to be a villain. He wants to be a villain. All right. I think Sabertooth would be great for him. That based off of what I've seen him do in Dune, I think he could be a pretty solid Sabertooth. We've seen a couple different depictions of Sabertooth. Shout out to Lee Schreiber as well. But man, this right here would really force Bautista to really expand his acting chops because you got to play a psycho. You have to play somebody who's sinister. No pun intended with Mr. Sinister. But Sabertooth is a problem. Sabertooth is a walking headache. Not even a headache. Like he's a nightmare. Especially if y'all been reading the comics lately. Oh my god. Oh my god. So you have that. Now, I don't know if they want to go this deep with it, but this could be another one that they could do. Now, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for him, but maybe he might have to audition for this. He might have to audition if he were to play Null. For those of y'all that don't know, Null is basically the guy who is the god of the symbiotes. He is the one that Venom, Carnage, yeah, they all come from him. Okay. Null is that guy. Okay. That sword that he got, that's where Gore the God Butcher got all that stuff from. So Null could be that one villain that maybe, now you're gonna have to put him in a wig and some more makeup, but maybe he could do it. Maybe. Now I got this other one that I want to run by y'all. And this one is a little different. It's a little non-traditional. And I know Marvel might want to go with a younger actor, but I thought that they could potentially play around with this. Because Marvel doesn't stick to the comics anyway. And that would be Thane. For those of y'all that don't know, Thane is the son of Thanos. And he was driven by like a deep hatred for his father and a desire to see the universe end. And he had this power that could drain the life force out of other people. And I'm just sitting here thinking it would be kind of interesting if the guy who was hell-bent on killing Thanos ended up playing the son of Thanos. Now, he does not look the part. I fully admit that. But I was just like, maybe, if they want to remix it. Now, here's the one. There's one other role that I think if Dave Bautista really, really wants to expand his acting chops, if he doesn't mind some makeup, because I'm sorry, you're a Marvel, bro. Like you got to get into makeup eventually. and I'm only talking about Marvel right now, I think he could make a great Apocalypse. I mean, if this, first of all, look at Apocalypse. Look at Apocalypse. Apocalypse is a huge freaking problem. And if you're talking about an ominous villain, if you're talking about somebody who is going to need an actor that really has some talent, this right here could do it. This could do it. And this was Oscar Isaac. This was Oscar Isaac doing it. So I definitely think Dave Bautista could do this. I think that could work. I think that could work. But I don't know, guys. Y'all let me know. Who do you think Dave Bautista should play if he were to be in a Marvel role, right? Because he was talking about Marvel. Now, for DC, like I said, I think Bane would be great. I know some people were, I see some people were saying Solomon Grundy. You don't really need to act as Solomon Grundy. I mean, my man literally says like one poem, you know, Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday. Like that's it. There ain't no real acting with that. Ooh, Swamp Thing. Does he maybe Swamp Thing? I don't know. But anyway, what role in DC or Marvel would you think Dave Bautista would make a perfect fit for? Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.